Trainman3985 here today, and today I got some new goodies I'd like to show you. Some of them came days before, and some of them came just recently. Like right over here. That is a new engine that I recently got off eBay for my HO truck. What is it, you may ask? I'll show you guys at the end. But first, I'm thinking of maybe giving a few updates. Let's see it. Huh? What's that? You see a picture hanging above my closet? Oh, why don't I show you that first? Floating above my drawing of Transformers Autobot leader Optimus Prime, I have a picture of Union Pacific 3985, a very authentic one at that. This picture of 3985 just so happens to be one of it when it was taken back in the 1980s. Which specific date I really don't know, but judging from the black and white, it would appear that it was taken around 1981 to 1982. So right around the time when the engine was restored and became the world's largest operating steam engine. I mean, just look at that engine's face. That is, words can I express how amazing that looks. I definitely hope to one day be the locomotive's engineer. In addition to that, I also got these. They're decal alignment, remover, and adapter. I think that's how you pronounce it. I got these because I have a few decal projects, well, mainly just one to maybe try. Well, it's right here. This is an Athearn 50-inch or 50-foot boxcar, I think. And my goal for this is to use these decals and turn it into the Union Pacific supply car number 9336, which I think carries spare parts, the tools, and the grease and other maintenance stuff for the 844, 3985, and soon to return one day 4014. Also, looking at these, you may have noticed my new scanner right here. Yep, it's currently charging right now. For those of you who are interested, it's a Radio Shack dump tractor, and no, I'm not being paid to say that. I got this to help with rail fanning. Living in a small town where I'm at, it's kind of hard to get a lot of trains when you just go out there to the tracks and wait for a train to come in. It can get a little boring waiting for the local to come around, so I got this to find out when trains are coming through my town. Some of you may remember that I recently purchased this. Well, for those of my friends who follow me on Facebook. It was a radio police headline scanner, but it was a little too complicated, and quite frankly, it was a pain in the butt to program. I've since abandoned using it in favor of this one, as it looks more simple to use, and you know what they say, older is better. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And plus, I heard that this is the type of scanner rail fans use. So hopefully soon I'll be able to use it on my rail fanning trips. Oh, just look at that engine that I have sitting on the tracks. Are you guys hyped for what it's going to be? Do you really want to know? Okay, I think I made you guys wait long enough. I'll go ahead and run the engine over so we can see what it is. Let me just find a good place for it here. Perfect. Alrighty. Here it goes. Oh, that's too fast. I hope you guys are prepared for what's coming. You're probably wondering, is it a freight car? Or is it electric? Or is it a diesel? Or is it a steam engine? I'll let you guys figure out what it is, as the train slowly makes its way around. Oh, It's almost here. The suspense is killing you guys, I know. Alright, now it's time to do the epic reveal of my new HO scale engine. And the engine is, voila, a take and play Railway Yashima made for HO track. Yes, the wheels may be hanging over the rails, but this Yashima is incredible. You guys are disappointed, aren't you? Well, I think it's time to reveal that this is not the new engine. I do like the Yashima model, I do. But the real star of the show and the real new engine is this. Yep, this is my new engine, a Bachmann HO scale 280 consolidation, styled and modeled after one of the Waring Railroad's I-10A 280 consolidations. This particular locomotive is numbered 2019. Ironically, that's the year that the big boy is due to be completed. Now, this engine is original and not. Let me explain. When I bought this engine originally off eBay, this is what it came with. Its tender had the word Pennsylvania on the side, and it had the regular old boring molded coal load in there. At the present time, I'm still working on my story called The Reading Ramble T1, a story of my OC, Martha, who I based on Reading T1 number 2101. So me being me, I went online and acquired this. Another tender, which is exactly like this one. The only difference is it says Reading on the side, and it has a real coal load, and it's big and chunky, like the anthracite used to fight the kind of stuff that these engines ran before they were rebuilt in the 484s. So now, this is the engine's new official look as a Reading 280 consolidation. What I'm going to do with the Pennsylvania tender, I'm still thinking about that. Maybe I'll sell it to a friend or just put it in storage. Though, what I am thinking of, I'm thinking of maybe kickbashing it into an auxiliary tender, because realistically speaking, the Reading 280s, before they were rebuilt into 484s, they used auxiliary tenders, which is very interesting. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. If you guys like me to do that, then I will. Just let me know. Now, this engine doesn't come with any sounds, unfortunately, but it's still a good engine. So I have a train all set ready for it to pull, so what do you say we get this show on the tracks? Oh, and I thought I'd show you guys a little trick I did. As you can see here, the Reading engine has a Katy coupler. But as you can see here, some of my rolling stock has this particular type of coupling, which is used for toy trains or plastic trains. So you may be wondering, how am I going to connect this train to that engine? Simple. It's thanks to this car right here. What I did with this car was that I gave it two different couplings. Here, as you can see, it has the toy-like coupling, but on this end, it has the cattle coupler, or Katy coupler, however you pronounce it. This means I can connect both Katy coupler locomotives and cars and toy coupler cars to each other if I had this. Right, so everything's coupled up. All systems go. Let's take this baby for a spin. Highball engineer. Now that was a great performance. Now the engine did grind a little bit. That's probably because it's an old model and it probably needs a few days to break in. Or maybe it may need a new motor at some point down the road. No pun intended. But overall, I think this engine is a stellar performer. And this engine will definitely play a part in my fanfic of Martha. I hope you guys enjoyed this little run of my new engine. Now it's time to move on to something a little more bigger. What is that, you may ask? Well, what I'm about to show you is a new addition to my train collection. It has a very classic, lovable name on it. It's a ready-to-run set. It's a classic train based on a classic train done by the said name. And this particular train is this. Your eyes are not deceiving you. My mom got me a Lionel ready-to-run train set called by its title True Value Santa Fe Freight. This is the first Lionel classic train I've got in a long time. When I was about 8 or 9, my dad and I did have a train set, but it's more or less become a junk piece in his room because it's a little cramped, stuffy, and it's a bit of a pigsty. And there it is. Words cannot express how wonderful it is to have a Lionel train set again. I have all the oval track all set. Let's plug in the transformer and see what happens. Alright, we got power, so let's see what happens. How classier can you get than this? It feels so good to be back in the feet of Lionel. These are two great gifts. My HO scale engine and this Lionel set.